And right after that is the village board meeting. Joint between the plan commission and the village board. Okay, I will call to order the Monday, December 13th, 2021 meeting of the plan commission. Roll call.
I gotta turn my volume off. Sorry, I'm still kind of getting your request. You move over here. No, darn it. How do I minimize this? There you go. I just gotta move this. I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask here and.
Okay.
All right. So plan commission, roll call. White,
Here.
Minell,
Here.
Cronin,
Here.
Grant,
Here.
Jordan,
Here.
Marshall,
Here.
Bumper.
Here.
Now we've got our two alternates, Maloney
Here.
and Zigami.
Here.
Thank you. We do have a quorum. Is time set aside for public comment? If there's something specifically on the agenda further down that you wish to comment on, you can wait. Otherwise, or you are able to wait. If you wish to make a comment right now concerning anything that's on the agenda for the plan commission. Anybody that's in the audience, everybody that's.
Well, if you're gonna go this time, here you go, here and here.
This is for.
Tom, are you going number one too? On the first meeting or second meeting?
I'm doing number second one.
This is the second
Okay.
meeting. This would be for the village meeting.
Okay, all right.
But you can make your comment now if you'd like.
Okay, I'm here, my name is John Rondo, I live at 5403 JM Place, Weston. I'm against both TIF 1 and TIF 2, and I can't believe we're having another meeting like this. On September 13th, when I walked out of here, we thought this was done. It was over. Then Friday night, I hear that we got a meeting call for the 13th. Can you explain what happened?
This is, the meeting that you're talking about is the village board meeting. I am chairman of the plan commission. This is not on our agenda right now. The following meeting.
How did this get put on? How did we get back to doing from X to J along the swampland and spend all that money to have another company come in and show us how to do it?
You're talking about the Weston Avenue reconstruction?
Yes.
Okay, that's at the next meeting. That's
I'll be back.
by the plan commission prior to this.
When we were here the last time, on September 13th, that was all put to sleep.
That was TID.
Joe, was that what our understanding was?
The amendments that were introduced at that meeting at Dales Weston Lanes for TID 2 were denied, correct? And the reason why they're back on the meeting tonight in the second meeting is do we look at possibility of reduction or are we closing? And that's why
I thought it was closed that night.
No, just the amendments were knocked down. The amendments were not approved. Now we got to make a decision. Are we closing it?
So are we gonna do this again in January, February, March?
No. No, this should be the last meeting right here.
Well, I don't believe it, but I'll wait and see.
Okay.
I might come back and finish.
So is my,
Yours, Laverne, would actually be more relevant in the second meeting. Yep, you're not missing nothing by not talking now.
that's fine.
And Tom, that would also go with you. You've got TIF TID 2 also.
I'll wait.
So all three of you are kind of on the same. And I'll make sure I call you both on the next meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, for all three.
Thank you. Okay, item, communications disclosures and recusals. Do we have any written communications received? None? And by the way, Scott, is there anyone else on via social media that wishes to make a comment?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Did we skip the minutes?
Pardon?
Did we skip
Hello,
the
can you
minutes or
hear
did I miss the minutes?
Yes, I did. I am working off a different, this is the one I downloaded from the website,
Really?
not this one.
Yes, I
Okay,
do have
excuse
a
me.
comment, can you? hear me?
Item 3, minutes from the November 8th, 2021 meeting.
Move to approve.
Moved by Jordan,
I'll second.
second by Cronin. On the question. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Carried. We already covered item 4. And we now have a public hearing, item 5. Project number 2021-0361, Denyon Homes at 5309 Schofield Avenue, Weston, requesting a conditional use permit to allow for section 94.4.02, paren 1, 7, and 8 to be waived and modified within the 2F, two-family residential zoning district, 5211 Lee Avenue, PIN number 192-2808-164-0092. I'll open the public hearing. Presentation by staff, please.
All right, so this is the same property that you guys saw last month, rezoning to two-family. We didn't have plans in time to consider conditional use for last meeting, but having seen the elevations of the building, because of the narrowness of the lot, the house has been designed so that the garage is the only part of the house facing Lee Ave, which is considered the front yard of the property, because that's where the address of the property comes from. Zoning code requires that for that front yard, there be no more than a ratio of 60 to 40% of garage to house, whereas there's 100% garage in the proposed plans. And code also requires that at least 24 feet of that front elevation be house, so we're at 0% house. So code does allow conditional use requests to be requested for reductions waivers. So they're looking for 100% of that ratio to be garage, as you can see at the top. Front elevation there is what would be facing Lee Ave and what would be the front yard. 100% of that is garage with 0 feet of that being house. So 100% reduction for the house and then 100% for the ratio of garage to house. The duplex does meet all the other components needed for the zoning code for duplexes.
Question for staff? No? Okay, public comment period. Is there any yes, sir. Step forward and name and address for the record, please.
My name is Heath Tappy, owner of Denyon Homes. The plan was submitted with the first, so I don't know. We were wondering why the plan wasn't done at the same time that we did the zoning request, because we wouldn't do the zoning request if the plan wasn't approved. So I disagree that the plan wasn't here in time. It's not 100%. It's 32 feet of 40 or 42 feet. If you look at the plan, it's not 100. I don't know how you figure that, but yeah. So I'm just here to answer any questions. But that's the only plan that'll fit on that lot with the zoning, which is why we presented them both at the same time. But I'm just here to answer any questions that you might have.
Excuse me. Any questions? Plan commission members?
Do you want me to stay here, did you say?
Well,
You say you had a question?
in case they had questions.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
I don't hear anyone asking, so yes, thank you. You may take a seat.
Okay, thanks.
Anyone else wish to speak in favor or in opposition? Anyone on social media? No. One last time, any comments from the public? One last time, any comments from the public? Okay, hearing none. I'm gonna close the public hearing. A recommendation from staff.
Given the narrowness of the lot, staff's recommendation.
Discussion and action by the PC on the conditional use permit amendment request.
I'll make a motion to approve the conditional use permit 2021-0408, allowing section 94.4.021G and H to be waived and modified on the property within the two-family residential zoning district at 5211 Lee Avenue.
And as per, we need to go through those, the 4 or 5 determination factors. Okay. Determination, is the proposed conditional use is consistent with the comprehensive plan, this chapter and all other plans, programs and ordinances adopted by the village?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Don't be moving that around too much. Sorry. The proposed conditional use The proposed conditional use in its proposed location and as depicted on the required site plan will not result in a substantial or undue adverse impact on nearby property, the character of the neighborhood, environmental factors, traffic factors, parking, public improvements, public property or its rights of way, or other matters affecting the public health, safety, or general welfare, either as they now exist or as they may be in the future be developed. As a result of the implementation of the provisions of this chapter, the comprehensive plan and or all other plans, programs, and ordinances adopted by the village. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
It is printed off. I did give you guys all of printed copies.
On this?
Not in your folder, but there should be a printed copy of the, but he did just use it again.
Thank you. Does the proposed conditional use will maintain the desired consistency of land uses, land use intensities, and land use impacts as related to the environs of the subject property?
Yes.
Yes? Is the proposed conditional use located in an area that will be adequately served by and will not impose an undue burden on any of the improvements, facilities, utilities, or services provided by public agencies serving the subject property? Yes or no? Yes. Item 5, do the potential public benefits of the proposed conditional use outweigh potential adverse impacts on the proposed conditional use after taking into consideration the applicant's proposal and any other requirements recommended by the applicant to ameliorate such impacts? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So we have a yes on all 1 through 5.
And I'll second it.
Who made the first?
Steve.
Steve, okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, motion by Marnell, second by Cronin. On the.
I was seconded by Gary.
Second by Gary. Not having a good meeting so far. Second by Garen. On the question. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? So carried. Staff reports. Item 6, acknowledge reports, read November 2021 staff approved certified survey maps and site plans. Motion to acknowledge would be in order.
I motion to acknowledge items 6 and 7.
Okay, we have a motion by Cronin to acknowledge items 6 and 7, second by Mumford. On the question? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? So carried. Item 8, acknowledge the 2022 Plan Commission meeting dates and submittal deadline schedule. The schedule is attached. Is there any problems with any of the dates that are listed there?
Just as a heads up on this is more from a staff perspective of giving a hard deadline for applications, submittals of information coming to Plan Commission so that we can give a hard deadline to developers and engineers. So we're not having a crazy rush the week before packets are due. So just putting it out of a year's of deadlines is what the intended chart is for.
Is there any date by any of the Plan Commissioners that's kind of like a no-go?
I guess I'm just kind of curious, I mean, these dates are almost a month ahead of time. Is there a way that we can shorten it a little bit and give people a little bit more time, maybe 3
They
weeks or
go
something?
they go with the publication notices that are required, so that's why they're there.
Okay,
Cause it takes basically 3 weeks.
So John, you're saying it takes 2 weeks for you guys to process it, but because of the publication dates, including weekends and stuff, it looks.
Yeah, so they have to, for most of the notices that you guys have to deal with, it's required to go into the paper, 2 weeks in advance of the meeting, so we have to have to them the week before that.
Alright.
So this is just a formality. We've done this in the past before. We're just bringing it back out, just so people know that we have some leeway with some of the other things that we get, but we can't do it for like conditional use permits or rezones, that this is the hard deadline.
okay.
Do we need to take action on these meeting dates, or is it just for,
No, it's just for knowledge.
Okay. So no action required on item 8. Is there any announcements or commissioner remarks? Gail? Joe?
No,
Gary? Keith?
No, sir.
Clay?
no.
Steve Marnell?
No.
Me, I have nothing. Maloney? Mr. Zakami?
No.
The only thing I have is happy holidays. Stay well, stay safe, and motion to adjourn would be in order.
Move to adjourn.
Moved by Jordan.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Second.
Second.
Second by Garen. On the question, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, plan commission is adjourned. That's gotta be the next plan. You're up. Mark.
Are we looking for a break or anything? Being that it was 17 minutes?